Hey guys, today I'll be talking about, actually, I have ended my song reviews and I'm going to move on to other things for now. But if you guys have any suggestions of what other reviews of songs I should do next, let me know in the comments. Anyway, this video is going to start my Encanto videos. And I'm going to start coming back to all my family tree Disney characters, people that all have family trees. I'll start with Encanto because there's a shorter family tree there. And after that, I'll be doing Lion King, which is a bigger family tree than this one. So I'll be doing that very soon. So watch out for that. Anyway, I'll be starting with Encanto, analyzing each character with their gifts and their life story. Starting with Abuela. And the reason why I'm starting out with her is because, in Colombia, the women are the ones that are in charge. So I thought I could just start out with her because she's the first one. Well, Paula starts her journey off with meeting Pedro as a young girl, but unfortunately, meeting them was short because they had to evacuate after the soldiers were after them. When they came to a spot in the forest, they were trying to run away from them along with a bunch of people that followed them to find a new place to live. Pedro, being the hero, runs off and distracts them before anyone else gets hurt, especially Abuela, along with her 3 new babies that she just had, that she told Pedro that she was going to have. Bruno, Peppa, and Julieta. Anyway, Pedro is killed in the attack. Abuela, hearing this and seeing this, breaks down into tears, mourning this loss of her husband. And of course, you know what happens next. The power of her sadness and her love grew the candle into the beautiful casita we know, welcoming her into the house. My theory is that the casita grew from the love that Pedro had, because the candle is Pedro. Now hear me out. The spirit of Pedro is inside the candle, and with his magic of love grew the casita, along with Abuela being the love for her. But anyway, that's just a theory I have. I'm going to discuss them as we go on. But anyway, Abuela has to raise her kids within this Encanto, and quickly notices that they get gifts. Bruno telling the future, Julieta being a cook, with her healing powers, and Peppa having weather powers. Abuela was very proud of all of them, with a cost that she was worried that they might end up the same way. Special as they are, she didn't want to lose any of her children. They were the last that she ever had. Without Pedro, she was worried to lose all of them. So, being the leader of the whole town, she decides to build the Encanto grew and built. And all people come in. He encourages her kids to start working, so she will never lose them, and she would never make them and the other people go bad and maybe destroy them in any way. So Bola feels that way throughout her whole life as a character, until her family grows and grows. And later on, she pressures a lot of her family to do this work, especially Luisa, who is the strongest of all the group, who had to take more work than anyone else in the group. And she also has a perfect grandchild, her first grandchild, who happens to be Isabella, who is a perfect child for her. She's the better example to her. So to her, she made her a best man that she could ever possibly have, because she's worried if she gets a different man, it would not go well for her. So with all this worry and attention, she sets all her relatives' lives, pressures them to take decisions of their very own without having consult. But after talking to Mirabel and all these other things, Mirabelle comes to Abuela and tells her what she's really doing. After a long fight, after a while, she realizes what she's really done and accepts that she was wrong. Mirabelle showed her that she can't pressure. She was so worried about what she was going to lose, she wasn't looking what was right in front of her already. A whole big family. That's amazing and incredible, just the same. So she realized that she has to be more accepting and more happy that she has a family than to worry about what's going to happen next. Because she'll do just fine, knowing she has a big giant family, and everything will turn out just fine. So as a character, she has gone through a lot. And that's her life story right there. But let's talk about her gift. A lot of people are confused about who Abuela's gift is. Well, I believe her gift is being the leader and the beholder of the candle. Now let me explain that. She preparates everything for our characters, like say the house, or taking care of the whole area, or doing events like having Antonio have his gift. So she tries to make preparations for things and stuff, and tries to lead in the rush of the family. Anyway, she's sort of like a leader. I think that's what her gift actually is. It's just being a leader, and also edging people on what they need to do in life. Of course, she was a bit bossy about it, but at least she had the right idea of being a leader in the first place. And setting up her and almost trying to set her family on the right path in the end. So that's what I believe her gift is supposed to be. Also, I think it's also safe to assume that she also directs the casita in a way. When the casita is crashing down, I think part of that comes from her, because she's not really ordering people the right way and putting a lot of pressure. Casita, it feels pressured to bring down the process as well. It was later in the concept art that Abuela was supposed to have the power to make the casita feel what she's feeling. But unfortunately they got cut. And I can see why, because the casita should be its own character, and not fall beyond Abuela's. So I feel like my theory about pressuring the casita might be a reason why it breaks down the way it does. It doesn't like how Abuela's ruling everything. And for that, making a change of desperate need may be in reach. With Pedro trying to show Abuela in the candle that she's going to need some help, and to show her a different way of ruling the casita, or the family altogether. That's her role as she is as a character within Encanto. I hope you enjoyed this little analyzation of Abuela. I'll be doing more characterization soon, and looking into other characters as well. So give me your thoughts in the comments below, and tell me what other questions I should answer for you in the next Encanto characters. And I'll see you next time. Bye! Hey guys, just thinking about Encanto for a while, I just forgot to mention a few other details in Abuela's case. Like Mirabelle and how she was desperate to get her a gift. How she didn't have a gift, and that could be the fall of the family in a way. I think she was worried because she didn't have a gift. That could be a weakness to some villagers to go and attack in a way. Or in a way, she could be in danger and losing her family. She felt like she could never be a part of the family because of that reason, and leaving left out because of it. Because she was worried that she was going to lose one member that have a weak spot within her. But it turns out she is strong as anyone else in the group. She's also desperate to make sure that Antonio gets a gift, because if it doesn't, it could be the end of the family with the casita falling. She got so worried about losing her family so much. That could be the threat of every other person that didn't have a gift within the family.